Where are the gentlemen at? Like, everyone's either want to be gangsters, princesses, nonchalant, stuck on their ex, rude. Like, where are the kind-hearted kings at?
More than likely staying away from you because at one point in time you probably sounded like this young lady here.
Officially decided that I'm gonna ignore the fact that he sells drugs and focus on the fact that he's absolutely gorgeous.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
What's going on YouTube? Is your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I got a clip for you guys that came from Steph is Cold, and I believe it was when he was on an episode of The Roommates. I don't know if y'all remember them, but they had a big following. And then I think they ended up shutting their channel down. But I want y'all to hear what this brother had to say, man, because it really stuck with me when it comes in terms of how women mate select. And I want y'all to know I want y'all opinion, on whether y'all think this is true or not. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
I just never understood, why would a woman ever want to tell me about a woman when she lying? You lying. So you mean to tell me he no good, but he dug you out? He good and he ain't get nothing yet.
Yeah.
But but what do they say? The good guys don't even finish the race. They finish last.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to finish last forever?
Yeah.
What, you gonna finish when she 40 and she don't look as good?
Yeah.
Now she wants you, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
But why my mom never taught me that? Why my grandma never taught me that? Why her friends never taught me that? You know what they did tell me? Keep being the man who you are, Stefan. And one day, you will be blessed. And that's a curse. You know what I'm saying? The mom telling me, buy her flowers. No, don't be like your dad. But dad dug you out. You know what I'm saying? Right? Dad dug you out till you bug, right? So why not be like him?
You know what, man? First, and again, shout out to Steph is Cold, bro. I'm pretty sure a lot of my guys probably watch him, but if you don't watch him, I highly suggest you watch Steph is Cold. Steph is Cold was very instrumental on my red pill arc, so to speak, before I even started my channel. But what I find really interesting about his take on this, he is 100% right. When I think about every woman in my family that has given me advice on women, it's always been something to that effect. Don't be like those guys. Be like this. Why are women out here giving men this advice? Why are y'all giving men advice to be like the very men that have less success with women? Why aren't y'all telling these men to be more like the men that y'all sleep around with? Why aren't y'all telling women to be, why aren't y'all telling men to be more like the men that have access to all these women? Why aren't y'all doing that? In my opinion, I think it's because women want to keep leverage, and I think women want to be able to run through these quote unquote bad guys that they know that's not good for them, but they know that they're a good time, or maybe the sex is good, and then they want you to continue to be the person that you are, so that way when they're tired of dealing with those men, they can still have their Prince Charming at the end of the road when they done hit their late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, or even up to their 40s. They want to be able to still have you as that backup. And because of content like this, men are waking up to this, and that's why you're starting to see more and more women in those same age groups coming on social media complaining about don't no men want to commit to them or take them serious, because men have waken up to this dual mating strategy that a lot of these women they've been doing this for decades. Hell, shit, probably a lot longer than that. But social media has exposed it now, and along with channels like this. But I will give it to. I came across a clip, and I remember this very well because this is back when I used to watch Fresh and Fit. There was a young lady on there, and she admitted to this. And check this out.
Why are girls lying? Listen, I'm gonna expose the women here. I'm sorry I have to do it. Women are talking shit to you guys. We do not sleep with somebody that we're not attracted to. We don't care if you're nice. If a sexy guy is sleeping on his mom's couch and he's got game and he's sexy, a woman will sleep with him. Mm-hmm. She won't friend zone him. But she'll friend zone a nice guy who does all the right things and she's not sexually attracted to. She'll take your money, she'll take your time, and then she'll tell you goodbye. Women will do that. So make sure they're attracted to you before you spend money on them.
Damn, that dude taking
Sorry, I had to do it. I had to do it. I'm sick of these girls lying. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
And we know this to be true because recently we just had thousands of women drooling over a homeless dude that was, I believe that was Atlanta, but he's from St. Louis. Yeah, that guy. I just covered that, maybe about a week ago. Women were ready to move this man in, and they don't know him from a can of paint. Like, we don't know why the fuck y'all trying to move him in. And then we can't forget Wade Wilson, the woman that the guy that was unaliving women right after women was over here choosing the bear. So yeah, women are on social media telling on themselves badly. Let's keep it moving.
I've officially decided that I'm gonna ignore the fact that he sells drugs and focus on the fact that he's absolutely gorgeous.
Bruh. You stupid.
I mean, listen, I'm not here to shame or judge. I'm here to inform. That is a bad decision. So what I don't want you to do is hop back on social media 30, 60, 90 days from now, talking about how men ain't shit. You know what I'm saying, Shawty? Side note, fellas, tell me if I'm weird. Back when I was dating, like, y'all weren't turned off if you found out the girl that she was talking to fucked drug dealers? Cause that's nasty. I know it might be some street pharmacist, who follow me. I know the type of life that a lot of y'all live. I've had friends who are street pharmacists. And at the end of the day, man, street pharmacists be running through women. And I think that's nasty. And so if you're the type of woman that get ran through by a street pharmacist, in my personal opinion, you're nastier. You chose that. It's like when I hear a guy paid for a prostitute. I discount her. I'd be like, oh, okay, she doing her job, right? Like, but you, regular person who chose a prostitute, that's gross. Like, there's something wrong with you. You could have got any regular person, but you decided to go with a prostitute. Like, if I feel like that about men, trust me, I feel worse about women. Because there is a double standard to who people fuck. And if I think that men that do that are absolutely disgusting, imagine how I think about you. That's all I'm saying. I know my thoughts don't really matter, but that's fucking nasty. Girls who get fucked on by drug dealers, think about it. Every time you fuck a drug dealer, you're fucking like 100 people. And y'all wonder why, like, the rates of diseases be so high. Y'all not scared to die from a disease? Can you imagine? You go to the doctor, they tell you got some shit you can't get rid of. You gotta live the rest of your life with that shit. Bro, the absolute regret you would feel because you wanted to fuck a drug dealer, it is not worth it. It can't be worth it.
It's like nice guys finish last. Women always go for the bad guy that's going to hurt you. Yeah. Like, he's obviously not ready to be married. So he's not ready to have children. But that's who the woman wants for whatever reason. And then, I don't know, Kevin on the side is like the nicest person on the planet. Yeah. Will treat you good. And it's like,
So
I don't know why that is.
Me personally, I also think that women in most cases marry, like I don't know.
Married down.
I don't want to say they marry down, but I don't think that they marry the person that they envision themselves marrying. If that's a good way to put it. I would rather put it a little different way, but like, y'all don't marry like y'all dream guy. Like,
I have a serious question. Why do you guys want the men that don't want you? But the actual good men for you, you pass them up. I'm quite sure you already probably passed up your future husband just for chasing after something that doesn't want you. And I think that's a hard truth for women to actually swallow. Because what actually do y'all be chasing sometimes?
Give you incredible lives, incredible careers. They can bring us an entire life. And what do? As soon as you get to the top, you slam them. Let's just say one of the craziest things. If every person you've ever dated is, according to you, a piece of shit, maybe you're the issue. Maybe it might be you. Ex-boyfriends, they're all crazy. None of them are you. Women can be so cruel on a level that I know everyone's capable of, but we're cruel in such a different way. But I feel like it's never ever talked about. Men give you
Why don't women inherently go with the guy that's best for them?
To keep it very simple, historically, we have been programmed to conform to being a victim. Women, we like to be the one that got done wrong. This is why we struggle with accountability. Most women chase bad boys because being with a bad boy allows you to end up being a victim at some point or another.
Why do they want to be victims?
It is programmed in us that poor me is some type of flex as a woman and as a mother, where the majority of the women right off bat I knew I was going to be a single mother. I knew. And being a single mother, meaning a woman, poor woman left with children to raise on her own. That is something that they get to flex off of. They believe it is a flex. That's why when I say it produces the worst product, the comeback is, well, he did it to me. The bad boys will allow, you're able to say, girl, I was fucking with Tyrone. He in the streets, bitch. Yeah, he took me out. It was exciting. There's the excitement side. But then there's always, if this doesn't work out with Tyrone, I have a story where Tyrone was the one that did me wrong.
Like, comment, share. Later. Mwah.
Yo, you know what? It's funny that she mentioned that because this is actually one of the reasons why I've always said why women tend to choose the bad boy over the good guy. And I think one of the main reasons why is because good guys hold women accountable. Bad guys tend to not hold women accountable because most of the time they don't really care, and it's usually because you're sharing him. So, and he's really not committed. Therefore, he doesn't really feel the need to correct you. And for women, they want to have that freedom to be able to screw up and not have any accountability. So when you throw that combination of the allure of the bad boy and the fact that he doesn't hold you accountable and you do whatever the hell you want, and as a result of that, you feel like that's what true masculinity is, only to find out that he really ain't no good and he treat you like trash, or you're just part of a rotation, then all of a sudden you feel away. But this is one of the things that suck about being a good guy, because you're literally being disqualified simply because you have a backbone. And women want to look at that and view that as being feminine or sassy, as they like to say now. But they'll look at a bad boy who doesn't hold them accountable, lets them talk to them however they want to, let them do whatever the hell they want, and they see that as masculine, when in reality that man just don't care. I kind of covered this in the video that I did just the other day about men correcting women. Let's keep it moving.
I understand the frustration of women because what they're saying is there's not a big pool of good men.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
That's not a lie.
Listen.
What?
There's not a lot of good men who want y'all. There's a lot of good men out there we're the good man that like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're going to walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't going to go too far because everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we're not looking at you. There's plenty of good men. They just don't want your ass. I ain't never heard no woman say, I know I ain't shit. She'll say, this man ain't shit. He ain't shit. He was bad. He was bad. Every woman think they're a good woman. What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing that you're a good woman? You are auditing yourself. Why don't you ask your exes what they think? Because all your relationships diminished and ended in turmoil. So maybe you're not as good as you really think you are.
You're out here struggling to get this in my car. Men are walking back and forth
No one is trying to help me. They don't make real men anymore. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not all men, because there are good men out there. As a woman, like, you don't see men holding doors anymore. They don't help anymore. They rush and sit down on trains and buses before women and pregnant women and elderly are sitting down.
There's a lot of good men out there. It's just most women don't give those type of men chances because they're over here chasing fucking men that are exactly like their fathers, which are pieces of shit. At the end of the day, I do feel bad for women, but some of y'all straight up like getting treated like shit. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be putting up with it. So you're addicted to that type of pain and that toxicity. And that's on you. So you can't sit up here and cry and say, oh, all men are pieces of shit. You just date all the pieces of shit. You just literally go to the fucking dumpster and you say, what piece of trash am I gonna pick up today? Okay, this one has like a fucking nice goatee and fucking cool snapback on, I guess. Like, whatever.
And not only that, apparently when there are women out there that want good guys or the nice guys, they're getting shamed by other women. Oh, goodness gracious. Check this out.
I love telling people that I like nice guys because they just get so confused. They're like, oh, what's your type? And I'm like, I like nice guys. And they're just like, wait, what? Like, what are you talking about? You like nice guys? Like, it doesn't make sense to them. But what doesn't make sense to me is why more women don't go for the nice guys. Because girls complain all the time on TikTok and to their friends about having bad dating experiences and just like being treated badly, or like this guy turned out to be a jerk or like a douchebag. But it's like they're not looking for someone to be a nice person or a good person as like a prerequisite for someone to be with them. It's like not a requirement. And like after the qualification of looks, because we're both men and women, like you have to like be hot to them to even be of like interest. But like beyond that, like the things that women mention that they're looking for is like someone who's like tall or like 6'5", blue eyes, and finance, like that kind of man, like someone who has a good job or just like has a nice car. Like it's all these external things that has nothing to do with like who they are as a person. And honestly, like the type of car someone drives, like how much money they make is not a predictor of like how that relationship is going to go or like how that guy is going to treat you. And at least for me, the way I see it, I'm someone who's very particular about who I exchange my energy with. And I'm fully aware that there are a lot of messed up people out there and that men are capable of a lot of violence and mistreatment and discrimination towards women, which is why I'm attracted to nice guys. And I like them as nice as they come. Like when they're really cool and nice and normal when they're talking to you and they're not like playing mind games or like ego tripping the whole time, and when they have had the same group of friends forever because they don't do anything whack, and when they have like a good relationship with their parents and they have a good reputation in all the spaces they occupy, like school and work and like social circles, and when you can just tell that they like have their head and their heart in the right place and they like want to do things for people and like they act in ways that are kind, like they help old people carry groceries to their car, like I don't know, like you can always tell. And for all the girls watching this video, I promise there are guys out there who are super nice and also super hot. And if you aren't wasting your time caught up with some immature asshole, you're going to be available when those guys stumble across your path. So good luck. Mwah.
Let me just tell you guys something. Marry the man that on paper looks boring. Society would think my husband is so boring. All he does is go to work and comes home. What does he do in his free time? Me. He does me. In all seriousness, he doesn't watch TV. He doesn't like social media. He doesn't hunt. He doesn't golf. He truly goes to work, comes home, takes care of his kids, takes care of his wife. That's it. That's all he wants to do. Now, don't get mixed up. If I want him to do something with me, if I'm like, let's go to a restaurant, let's go to the bar, let's go dancing, he's all for it. He's like, what do you want to do? I'm there. It may be viewed as boring to some, but to me, I'm like, that's my Prince Charming. Love him.
My dating life changed when I stopped dating the men that women liked and started dating the men that other men respected. Changes the game.
And she is 1000% right, because we know a good man when we see one. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's what the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.